This is Nova, and you're listening to the Supernova Shift podcast. This is the part 2 of the unconventional skincare for a healthy, clear skin episode, where I give 16 plus skin-loving actions that you can do, external and internal, for your skin that nobody talks about on YouTube or very rarely does. Today's is part 2. And I'm going to talk about the things that you should really avoid for healthier skin that are super unconventional and overlooked, that most people do and don't even realize is secretly harming their skin. So if that's something you're interested about, we're going to get right into it. But if you want more information on this, you can look at the first episode. But without much talking, we're going to get right into it. The first one that I think is really important, and a lot of Korean beauty queens talk about this, is to not over cleanse or double cleanse daily. It really strips your natural barrier and causes dehydration and inflammation. This can be a very controversial one because not everybody's skin is the same. If you notice that after cleansing, your face is uncomfortable, try cleansing less or switching from to a moisturizing cleanser. Even if you have acne-prone skin, it can also be dry. Like my skin is acne-prone, but is also dry. So in the morning, I use a gentle foaming cleanser, and at night, I start with a moisturizing oil cleanser, which is not pore clogging. That's really important. I used to have a oil cleanser that was made from soybean oil, which is extremely pore clogging. And then the more gentle one. I don't have harsh acids in my cleanser, but rather ceramides and niacinamide for skin barrier repair. We're all different. I know that I cannot skip cleansing in the morning because my skin really needs cleansing and it looks and feels much better after cleansing. I have heard on YouTube or on the internet some girls saying that you should skip cleansing in the morning. I cannot do that. I literally cannot. I have greasy skin in the morning and it feels much better once I cleansed it. So listen to your skin, and depending on what you feel, adapt your cleansing. It should not feel stripped. If you need more cleansing or less, or with a pH neutral product, go ahead and test what works. If you tolerate acids in your cleanser, great. If not, you can try a weekly green clay mask for a more natural option. The one I used is enriched in glycerin to be more moisturizing, because green clay right away can be harsh on some people. I personally don't use like salicylic acid and stuff like that because I used to use a really harsh acid serum, and it was full of glycolic acid and salicylic acid and all that stuff. And I realized that when I stopped using it, my skin barrier was better and my pimples didn't change, so it wasn't doing anything. The second tip is to drinking cold water with meals could be secretly harming your face. Now you might think, what, drinking cold water with my meals? That has nothing to do with my skin. Well, if you drink cold water with your meals, it can weaken your digestion, which can lead to toxin buildup and dull skin. Try drink warm or room temperature water before meals, or sip ginger tea after meals. It's overall recommended not to drink a lot of water during your meals, but rather hydrate a lot in between them. Not every single person will agree with this, but traditional health system like Ayurveda in India and traditional Chinese medicine say that it can dilute your digestive enzymes and stomach acid, which may weaken digestion, slow nutrient absorption, and lead to bloating or fermentation in the gut, and this will reflect on your skin. Now, I trust traditional Chinese medicine. If you've heard the past episode, you know why. I lived in Taiwan for 5 years, and I know that there's a lot of misconceptions on this, but it treats some things that Western medicine fails to treat. The third tip is skipping fats in meals. That could be a nutrition topic, to be honest, but fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K are essential for skin renewal. So try adding olive oil, ghee, or avocado to at least 2 meals a day. Adding healthy oils will not make you gain weight. It is a myth. Please stop believing that if you add olive oil in your meals, it's going to make you gain weight. Adding olive oil to meals is recognized and greatly practiced in Mediterranean culture for health and even weight loss. Processed snacks and sugars are the ones that are going to make you gain weight, not healthy fats. Some people even, because for example, my friend doesn't like, my best friend actually, doesn't like olive oil in her meals. So she just takes a teaspoon of it in the morning, like on an empty stomach, because she heard that it could help with period cramps. So it really motivated her to start taking it, but it has endless health benefits, literally. The fourth thing that is harming your face without you knowing it is using hot water on your face, especially if you wash your face in the shower and you use burning hot water on your body. I mean, it's bad for your facial skin, but also the skin all over your body. It damages your moisture barrier and increases redness and sensitivity. So when you're washing your face outside the shower, try using lukewarm water and finish with a cold splash. I like using cold water in the morning and lukewarm water at night, because in the morning the cold water is just gonna make me look more awake. But overall, for your body's skin, I recommend taking cold showers now. This is something that is really hard, and I know that it's really hard. But for example, for the past week, I've been extremely consistent. I haven't slacked off at all. I would take extremely cold showers every morning. When I put on max cold in the shower, it's really cold. And the first minutes, I'm wondering what the hell I'm doing with my life. And it's kind of feels like torture. But after a few minutes, it actually feels really good. So it's pain for a short amount of time for a long-term gain. But not everybody likes this, but if you are ready to try it, it's a really good idea. The sixth thing that is quietly harming your face is washing your face in the shower. Shower water is often too hot or too pressurized for facial skin, so try and wash your face separately at the sink after your shower. I used to think it was better to wash my face at the end of my shower because it's more practical and you don't have to get out of the shower to wash your face. But unless you take cold showers every single day of the year, which might not seem very likely unless you're an alien, the water can be too hot for your face. The seventh point that I want to make is that face towels that are reused or that are not changed daily are going to breed bacteria that can worsen acne or inflammation. So try and use a clean towel or a disposable paper every time you clean your face. I know that I haven't done this every time. I mean, I used to let my skin air dry. Then I learned that it wasn't the thing you were supposed to do because it changes every time. So I started using a little face towel, and then I was told that I was supposed to change my face towel every day. It is not very practical, honestly. I think that if you wash your face towel every 3 days or 4 days, like your pillowcase, that's pretty good. If the towel hangs on a neat place and doesn't end up on the floor, or if it's the only thing you use it for, I think it's okay. The next thing is sleeping with your hair down. I haven't slept with my hair down for 2 years now, because your hair oils and product residue will transfer to your skin overnight if you use like hair oils or any hair product or even natural hair oils. So try and put your hair in a loose braid or tie it back and wash your pillowcases often. I like mine washed every 4 days, 5 days maximum, or when they start to slightly change shade, because for example, my silk pillowcase is white, and when it starts to become like slightly yellow, it sounds disgusting. It's not. It's like because my skincare is going to accumulate or my facial oils are going to accumulate on the pillowcase, so then I know it's time to put it in the wash. The 9th thing is, it's really underrated, but it's so obvious, like touching your face during the day. I see a lot of people, a lot of my friends touch their face during the day all the time, and it's been a big habit of mine now to never touch my face. It's been a habit for about 2 years. I will never touch my face. I hate when other people touch my face. I hate when my hair touches my face. I hate when anything that has the possibility of carrying microbes touches my face. I'm a bit of a psychopath. But again, I'm an INTJ, so I mean, things like your phone and your headphones are going to transfer oils, dirt, and bacteria on your face, even on your keyboards. So try and notice your hand habits and keep tissues nearby if needed. It became a habit really easily with me when I imagined in my mind that every time I touched my face, a pimple would form there, and it would motivate me pretty well to stop touching my face. I did become a bit of a psychopath because of that, but it works. The 10th thing is blue light exposure before bed. I feel like it's something we all struggle with. The entire world struggles with. It disrupts your melatonin, which regulates nighttime skin repair, because your skin is going to repair during your beauty sleep between 10 and 2 in the morning, or 10 a.m. and 2 in the morning. But 10 p.m., sorry. I'm obviously not saying you should only sleep between 10 and 2 in the morning. I'm just saying that, it's the peak time where your skin repairs. So try no screens at least an hour before bed, or use blue light glasses. I mean, I have blue light glasses on right now. You can't see me, but if you really need to work on a school project last minute, not that I ever did that, just saying, you can use blue light glasses. My next point is drinking from plastic bottles. That is like an incredibly overlooked point, because my entire family does this. I feel like everyone does this. They buy plastic bottles and then they'll refill them. But that's so bad, because plastic that can detach from the bottle can lead to hormone disrupting, because it has chemicals like BPA that are going to disrupt your hormones and are linked to acne. So try and use glass or stainless steel water bottles that are reusable. It's better for the environment, and it's also better for you. Or BPA-free plastic reusable water bottles. They have to be BPA-free. That is really important. And it's something really easy you can do too. I mean, a reusable water bottle doesn't cost that much money, to be honest. My next point that is secretly harming your skin is wearing tight synthetic clothing, including your pillowcases, because that's just going to trap sweat and bacteria, and that's going to aggravate body acne or facial irritation. So try and wear breathable cotton or bamboo, especially to sleep, or just sleep naked. This is TMI. But even without underwear, if you are comfy with it, I personally find it super comfy to just sleep like that, but it is not everyone's favorite. I know that one of my friends said that, whoa, Nova, you're a psychopath. Like, you just sleep naked. That's impossible. But it is a pretty good thing you can do. My next point is taking long or daily hot showers. That is not good for your skin. Everybody knows it, but it's because it's hard to take cold showers. But hot showers is going to dry out your skin and increases inflammation. Once again, it's always inflammation, especially in colder climates like Finland. Yay. So try and keep showers under 10 minutes. I mean, if you're going over than 10 minutes in the shower, I mean, what are you doing? And finish with a cold rinse, preferably. I like finishing on a cold rinse on my hair because it makes my hair really pretty, but that is not a hair episode. During summer, I like to take cold showers. Since I live in Finland, it is way too challenging to take cold showers every morning during the winter when it's pitch black outside in the morning and like minus 15 degrees with 5 to 10 centimeters of snow on the ground. But if you can, try and take cold showers during the summer, or you can make it a fun challenge. Like for 1 week, I'll take cold showers every morning and see how it feels. It's really rewarding because it's hard. Now, if, like me, you're a girl that has ever had problems with accepting yourself the way your body is, this next point is really important for you because my point is chronic undereating or skipping meals, and especially skipping breakfast. I mean, studies have shown that skipping breakfast, individuals who skip breakfast have more chances of being overweight or obese in the future. I don't remember what the percentage is, but it is really high. When you undereat chronically, your body will prioritize survival over glowing skin, and that leads to dullness and breakouts. It's going to use the vitamins, the minerals, everything in your body to survive and not to give you glowing skin. So it is really important for your overall well-being to eat balanced meals regularly with enough protein and healthy fats like olive oil. Don't starve yourself, please, because doing that might lead to snacking in between meals and worsen your skin even more. Eating a balanced breakfast, lunch, and dinner will support your skin's appearance. People who eat a balanced breakfast every day have more chances of being slim and having glowing skin because it regulates your hormones, it brings you needed nutrients, and it keeps you fuller during the day, less prone to cravings. I know that 2 summers ago, I would undereat chronically, and I would skip meals or eat less at meals and skip breakfast. I would be starving. I would be so sad. I would feel horrible. Food was the only thing I would think about, even though I was just starving all the time. And it was a horrible state to be in. So please don't undereat just because you think you have to fit society's standards. I have a podcast episode that is going to come out next week on body positivity and trying to reframe your body image. So if that's something you really want to listen to feel better in your body, I really recommend next week's episode. Now, this is the second last point, and it's really important because it used to be something I would do, was overusing acids, exfoliants, and actives. So we're talking salicylic acid, glycolic acid, all those types of acids. You can create invisible inflammation even if you're not red or peeling. Give your skin rest days with only gentle barrier supporting products, or just don't use acids at all, like glycolic or salicylic acid, especially if you're really young, if you're under 18 years old or 20 years old, because your skin is still developing and it can be dangerous if misused. This is something that literally nobody talks about. I was trying to find out information about, are acids dangerous for young skin? And the only article I think I only found 2 articles, and it barely talked about it. I have my theory. I mean, why does nobody talk about it? Is it because, products or firms want to make more money by selling on their skincare products? I don't know. But the key is not perfect, flawless skin, but healthy skin. So you can focus on just a strong skin barrier by using ingredients like ceramide, niacinamide, panthenol, squalane, aloe vera, zinc, urea, hyaluronic acid, or face oils. I love face oils like rosehip, jasmine, or grapeseed. Pimples and so-called imperfections are normal, especially around your period. You should just focus, if you're a girl, of course, or a woman. But I mean, having a hydrated, healthy skin barrier is really important. When you look at all those Korean beauty queens, when you look at the products that they use, they exfoliate several times a week, but they don't use like super harsh acids. They usually use the ingredients that I just listed, like ceramide, niacinamide, etc. All the ingredients I just listed, they use those instead to calm their skin down. Now, we're coming to the last tip of this episode that is harming your skin without you knowing it. And this is a more challenging one. I mean, it's a continuous journey. You can't just stop it all of a sudden. But suppressed emotions and chronic stress. I think I talked about it in my last episode, but chronic stress is going to raise your cortisol, the stress hormone. Everybody knows that all of a sudden, weirdly, because it's trendy on the internet. But it's going to disrupt your gut microbiome and your skin microbiome. So it's really important that you manage your emotions by journaling, crying, talking about it. Emotional hygiene equals skin hygiene. Even if it is made fun of, exaggerated, and suffers from misinformation, meditation is the greatest, most efficient tool for mental health. I really want to do an episode on that soon. At least an introduction to prove that it is not just a vulgar method. I mean, I had a person in my class who told me, I said I meditated. I don't know what I was thinking. I should never tell people I meditate because I just made fun of. But he didn't make fun of me. He just said, why do you meditate? Like, that's just useless. And I just stared at him in disbelief, not knowing what to say. Like, wow, you seriously believe? I just couldn't believe what I heard. But yeah, I'm really passionate about this, actually. But I will make a episode on this really soon. If you like this episode, please subscribe to my podcast and share with your friends and your family and people who you think might need it. Thank you so much for being here and sharing the love. Again, this was the Supernova Shift podcast. I'm Nova, and I'll see you next week with a brand new episode. Bye-bye.